we get paid cash to go out to the little events and pay for commissioned poetry in honouring of Charlotte Figgy, a young girl who, aged very young, was on when her parents had signed the Do Not Resuscitate order because she'd been so, I would say, abused by Western medicine with the chemicals and the so-called treatments they were giving her, that almost killed her. She was then put onto cannabis oil, and she's got progressively better now. She's a teenager going to school, leading a healthy life, taking cannabis oil every day. I think pretty much still. There's one girl that most definitely is doing that.
Charlotte, the child's name, born one of a twin. To doting parents who could scarce imagine that their child would become a heroine of medicine. A poster girl for a plant long derided and despised. Which plant held the cure that the doctors prized, whose powerful properties, for too long unrecognized, held the magic formula to help ease little Charlotte's pain, solve the mystery driving the medical folks insane, and restore Charlotte to her rightful health again. Charlotte was diagnosed with Dravet syndrome at 2 years of age, while her twin sister progressed naturally to childhood's next stage. Charlotte was held back, her condition beneath her safety helmet. Dead eyes from a distant world would appall her parents into the long haul. Seeing their child slip into a tormented palsy and twitch and flame. No chance for a child to play when her condition overwhelms her to the count of some 50-odd seizures a day. Her mother in dutiful attendance, keeping watch by her bed, on occasion losing her pulse, a heart-stopping moment of dread, dressing her child's self-inflicted wounds, her arms by devilish malady bled. She would shake and quiver in a hellish trance, her body subject to the whims of St. Vitus's dance. What treatment would give poor Charlotte a chance to live again like her twin, given constant fright? Who in the morning would hold her fitting sister tight, glad at least that she'd made it through the night? Conventional medicine of her case despaired. Her illness resisted every pill prepared, subjecting her to whatever drugs they dared. So desperate her situation, her paroxysms medicine could not placate. Given her poor quality of life, her persistent terrible state, should she fall into a coma, her parents had already signed the order, do not resuscitate. For every medical method tried, it served only to frustrate. Only death seemed her deliverance, else horror and pain her living fate. Her family's awful predicament, to watch her slowly deteriorate. To stoically endure such heartbreak and upset, to leave it to the doctors, who had not worked it out yet, or to go online and find the answer for themselves on the internet. Which is exactly what Charlotte's father did to set his child free. He came across a grainy clip of a child on Discovery TV with epilepsy being treated with something called CBD, which is short for cannabidiol, the active chemical in cannabis. That old devil, marijuana, banned for its propensity to induce happiness and bliss, had been overlooked as a medicine, the doctors giving it a miss. They concentrated instead on the concentration of THC, tetrahydrocannabidiol, you and me, the part of the plant that induces ecstasy, or if not out-and-out joy, at least a glimpse of the truth beyond the line. With the ability to clarify, to amplify, and to pacify, the part of the plant that gets you high. Yet it was a strain high in CBD but low in THC that Charlotte's parents sought. Consider the dilemma in which they were caught, could scarce give the legislation a thought. In some states, the folly of legislation would have put Charlotte's parents in a bind. To toe the line with the law, their daughter's health might have been further maligned. Yet in her home state of Colorado, medical cannabis was legal. So Charlotte's mom simply went to the store to see what she could find. and she found some high CBD, low THC weed left on the shelf going to seed, because for a strain that couldn't get you high, there's very little need. Who wants cannabis that won't get you high? Yet for Charlotte, it was precisely the right tree to try. So her mother brought the whole supply and gave it to a friend who made tinctures from plants, who knew of Charlotte's grim circumstance and prepared a medicine that might give her a chance. Her mother held her sick child in her arms. Remember, she had despaired of conventional medicine and its farms, and hoped that this last resort, at the very least, did no harm. She put a drop under Charlotte's tongue, and waited, and waited, and waited. And the plant's medical scientific status can be endlessly debated, the legislation can be altered and updated, but when you're waiting for your child to have one of her 50-odd fits a day, and the time ticks past, an hour passes away, and another, there's very little left to say about all the lawyers, the doctors, the legislators, the whole pack of lies. The great debate about Mary Jane and her unacceptable highs is meaningless when a miracle is taking place before your eyes. Charlotte did not fit that day, nor the next. Cannabis was curing this child cruelly hexed by a frightening condition that had vexed the doctors, confounded the experts, made her parents despair, when here all along, right under their nose, from out of nowhere, comes this God-given plant that could help repair their broken child's body and mind. She was down to 1 seizure a week. Her whole life redefined, reborn, a miracle child. Cannabis had halted her decline. Do not resuscitate! The order had already been signed, because haters who ensure the sacred plant is maligned don't know what they're talking about. When with drug firms aligned in cahoots with corporation, they pass down legislation, cannabis clouded by condemnation, the sick subdued by cruel indoctrination. What is the motivation? How big the remuneration? How much dollar is worth the life of a child? Who suffers the most when truth is exiled? Who are these people who have reviled and defiled the reputation of this holy herb that healed Charlotte overnight? Years of torment and terror endured, the proud and pompous ignoring her plight, because marijuana is supposedly outlawed? Can this be right? What would you do in such a position? Would you accept the prohibition? Sorry, darling, you can't do anything about your condition. Because some guy with a hammer sat under some submasonic seal says it's against the law to score a deal. Sorry, dear, you're not allowed to be healed. Because to stop some people getting high, we're against the whole plant. So you just have to suffer and die. And if you try and circumvent the rules, where will you get your supply? Yet in Charlotte's home state, cannabis was legal. Is legal, so these crazy rules did not apply. So she did not die. There's no need to cry. Charlotte can walk and talk and laugh and smile. She's down to 1 seizure a week, which is better than 300 by a country mile. Her life worth living, the journey worthwhile, and now Charlotte has her very own strain. A high CBD, low THC cannabis that has brought her such fame. And the growers came up with Charlotte's Web as the name. A name to rally behind as the good news hits the stand. There's no need even to make a demand. It's obvious cannabis is lawful, just as the Almighty planned. When in Eden he planted the life tree, bringing life and hope in the form of CBD, let us pray for marijuana's liberty. For the sake of Charlotte and others in need, let's unchain the cannabis and free the weed, tell all the glory of this precious seed. As Charlotte's web is happily spun by the teller of this tale that for now is done, let us hope and pray that the story of cannabis liberation has only just begun. Thank you very much. Thank you.